Folks, I know it's hard to understand. I know it's difficult. I know it doesn't feel like it, but I have tried to say many, many times that I think we are repeating Q4 of 2022. Probably going to repeat the early part of Q1 of 2023. What does that mean? Well, if you go back and watch my playlist, this was the time I was able to get not one, but two properties for 30% off list price. We were able to flip both of those in the span of 90 to 100 days and put roughly $90,000 in our pockets. What I want you to hear from me here is I think we're going to get a 6-month window where rates stay high, where days on market grows, if not explodes. And most importantly, hear this now, it is easier to find motivated sellers. That's what it's about. You make your money when you buy. And I want to have this conversation with Matt, the mortgage guy, because he just went to a real estate meetup. And they're really harping this, that this next 6 months might be the best 6 months in the last several years. So we got to talk about it because most people just don't get it. They just don't get it.
Right. In a room full of, some seasoned investors and some new investors, for sure the message from seasoned investors is like they're excited. There's opportunity. And what I love about your channel, Mike, and what hopefully everybody understands is like, we're trying to give you actionable advice. We're trying to help you. We're not, out there to get as many views as possible or say the most outlandish things. What is going to help people right now, for sure, is whatever it takes to get them to take action. Not even buy, but take action in educating themselves. I want to give a piece of advice, Mike, because I think not only am I an investor, not only am I at a real estate, investment club talking to other investors, but every single day I'm looking at offers that go out for clients of mine for the mortgage company. So I feel like I got a pretty good finger, on the pulse of the market. And here's what I'll tell you is we had an offer go out yesterday, $500,000 price point, really nice part of Fresno, beautiful. The house is pristine. 6 offers. That's going to get countered highest and best. If you're an investor, you want to find the stuff that's not move-in ready. You want to find something that doesn't fit the box for owner occupied, because unfortunately, with inventory as low as it is, even with depressed demand, the stuff that's perfect in the best neighborhood is still going to get action because it's the only game in town. But something that's a little bit out, right? It's like a little rural, or it's, not the layout that a family would want, but it would work as a rental. Whatever those homes are, those are the homes that I guarantee you, Q4 and Q1, you're going to get a deal. You're going to pay below list. You're going to get seller credit. But people sometimes confuse these two and they go, holy shit, like the market's on fire. I can't buy anything for 500. You can't buy that house because that house is pretty. And that house appeals to a bunch of owner occupied folks that want to make it a home. But you can find a great rental that's 6 blocks over. It's been on the market for 67 days and it's not going to sell for 515 where it's listed. You can probably get it for 480 with 10,000 in credit and buy the rate down to where you cash flow. That's the type of thing that if you don't know, you don't know. And I talk to people every day. They don't know. So if you're listening to this and you don't know, educate yourself, start to pay attention, get a mortgage broker, a real estate agent, people in your corner that can tell you exactly what's going on and how to strategically go out there and find deals. So rant over.
Well, here, let me just give you kind of the color behind the 2 deals that we went through. And again, I want people to realize we got 2 deals done, made 90 grand, but it's not that easy. The team, I have this call called the Hub Call, which are on Mondays. They had like 100 touch points. They probably wrote 40 or 50 offers. They followed up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times to make these happen. So it takes work, it takes effort, it takes consistency. But why did these 2 deals go down? Why did I get 30% off list price? The first one, it was on Michigan. It had what was called a shake roof. And if you don't know what a shake roof is, it's basically wooden tiles. And after a while with the sun beating on them in Fresno, they all just like peel up. It looked horrible. It looked like, how can that roof be watertight? It was that bad. And not only did it have it on the house, but it also had it on the 4-car garage. And that that house never would have passed FHA inspection, right? It would have been like, no, new roof's got to go. So, first off, the house was watertight. It had just rained and there were no leaks. It just looked ugly. But that said, we had somebody come out. I got a roof bid. I forget what it was. Let's call it 11, 12 grand, and bingo, bango, get a new roof, right? Also, the layout wasn't great. We had to create a third bedroom, and that was it. But the house was in a great part of town, and it had a 4-car garage. I've been in that part of town in Fresno for 22 years, and that is the only house I've ever seen with a 4-car garage. And we sold it for $50K less than the median home price. It was an easy flip. And we made like 50 grand, 48,000 bucks on that one. The pictures looked horrible, but we bought it for 31% below list price. The second one, it was one of these houses that some do-it-yourself guy was trying to do, and it had all mismatched paint. Some of the cabinet doors weren't on. It's just like some YouTube, I don't know. It was ugly. But again, doesn't matter to me. It's all getting painted anyway. So, it's just, you just got to buy the ugly ducklings. And that one went fast and went for 42 grand or something like that. So again, I do think the next 6 months is going to be the second best time of my career to find motivated sellers. The only time was better was 2010. 2010 is not coming. So this is going to be the second best time to find motivated sellers. If you do the work daily, if you're up to writing lots of offers, if you're willing to work. If you're not, then what the hell are you doing here? Go away. Go watch some other channel. If you want to get wealthy, own your choices. It's up to you. Rant over.
Yep. I love it, man. And the message is the same between both of us. Opportunity will be there. If you're prepared and you're ready for it, you're going to find it and you're going to win. To your point, everybody is predicting that demand levels will be at their, multi-decade lows, 2010, 2011 levels. Demand equals competition for you. If you're an investor, you want that to be low. You want to be the only game in town. You want to be the only lifeline a seller who's motivated has to sell their home. That way you get to write the terms. You get to say, you know what? You've been on the market for 84 days. I don't know if anybody else is coming, but here's what I've got. Here's what numbers make sense for me. 285, 10,000 in credit. That allows me to buy the rate down or do whatever, cover closing costs, whatever the case may be. And listen, if they say no, you might go back at them when they've been on the market for 112 days. Oh, by the way, this was a good tip last night. Most listing agents have 6-month listing agreements. So 180 days. If they don't sell the house, they don't get paid. So you want to talk about, motivated parties. The seller didn't list for fun. They want to sell some part of them. The agent who might have, done some inspections, taken some pictures, put a $100 sign in the yard, they've got this money out. If they don't sell it, they don't get paid. So come day 100, they're going to start to get a little bit nervous. Maybe this thing's not going to sell. You come and start talking to them and start negotiating, you're going to, have some response from them. And that's a beautiful position to be in as an investor.
Watch days on market. It's going to explode. We're going to go from a teenager to something over 40% nationally, but watch your buy box. Your buy box could be very, very different. Again, the opportunity coming is for people that'll do the work. I never recommend paying list price. I want to find the motivation. I want to create a great deal. Unfortunately, it takes work, and a lot of people don't like to do the work. But if you're willing to do the work, I'm encouraged by the next 6 months. Matt, where can people find you?
Go to greatmortgagebroker.com. We are licensed in 48 states, so we can help you most anywhere. Greatmortgagebroker.com. Let's get you pre-approved. Let's run some numbers. That way you figure out what price works for you before the offer gets written. And you just tell the seller, this is what I'm willing to pay. If you don't like it, you turn your head and there's going to be another motivated seller a block over.
Yep. There you go. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, Mike.